Hi, this is Thunder E from Booredatwork.com, and today we're doing a review of the Windows Phone 8X on Verizon. This is the Verizon version of Windows Phone 8X. You can see it's all Windows phones, I guess, on Verizon will have the red packaging. All Verizon logo Windows. You can see the phone here. Take it off the sleeve. So this is the unboxing and review. This is actually the first time I'm opening this up. And you can see it says Windows Phone 8X embossed on the side. Let's try and open this. Wow, man, this is kind of tight. I guess, in a sense, they don't want people opening this up. It really is tight and snug. So, whew, that's it. Here is our Windows Phone 8X. Pop it out. Seems get the same kind of blue lavender color we had with the HTC version. Take that aside for a second. Let's see what else we have here in terms of packaging with this device. So let's pull this out. Everything's kind of snug in the packaging, which is interesting to note. So you do have your SIM removal tool there. We also have quick start manual in several languages. I'm trying to, this got to be a faster way to open and pull this thing out so we can actually get to our battery. There we go. The SIM cards are even put in there for us. In here we have a standard HTC cable and travel charger, so nothing fancy there for you. I'm gonna slide all that away and take a look at our Windows Phone 8X from HTC. So it's got an 8 megapixel camera in the rear with LED flash, same camera in the 1X. You can see Beats Audio Verizon logo. This device has wireless charging, and actually in terms of size and weight and feel, size, it's not thicker, but it actually feels a little weightier than the AT&T version. You've got that same soft matted finish in the polycarbonate build. You've got a Super LCD 2 display. It's a 720p display. That's a 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera, of course, at 1080p. You've got 16 gigabytes of storage, not expandable. Your microSD, your micro SIM is of course located, I believe, at the where's my micro SIM port? For some reason I can't even find it. Oh, there it is. It's on the right hand side. I apologize for that. So let's power this bad boy on and take a good look at what we have here in the Verizon version of the Windows Phone 8X. So we've set up our Windows Phone 8X on Verizon. Of course, we have a wallpaper. Once you come in, a couple of things to note that you have with the device. As I mentioned, you do have wireless charging built in, so it's a little heavier. But a couple of things that they've added here in terms of applications that, of course, will help you as a user. One thing, of course, to note that this comes with DataSense. So DataSense will be available on every Windows phone on the Verizon network. And you can see how much data you've used, either in cellular or Wi-Fi. You can set limits if you want to. You can see what you're using data for, so you can see I've done some speed tests and things like that in applications. And also you can search for wireless nearby Wi-Fi hotspots. So that's something that's pretty cool. The other cool thing is actually VZ Navigator. So we do know on Windows Phone right now there is no turn-by-turn direction on Bing Maps, but you do have VZ Navigator built in, and this is the standard VZ Navigator app that you've seen on every single smartphone from Verizon, which Verizon puts in. And this is actually pretty cool because it actually gives you turn-by-turn directions. It doesn't give you necessarily public transit, but if you're looking for a GPS to do turn-by-turn directions, and you can see it's got the metro style, so you have already, it shows you gas, it shows you coffee, it shows you the lowest gas in my area, and I can pick from, so which is pretty nice. Like, I can already off the bat of the navigator go, okay, let me go to that gas stop. It shows me places to eat, coffee shops, and I can add favorites, which is nice. And it can also have as my recents. Now, the mapping navigation does give you turn-by-turn navigation, which is pretty cool. And you can have favorites, you can have recent places that you've gone to. So that's a huge plus for Windows Phone X subscribers, owners on the Verizon network. Again, battery life, you have very good battery life. You have up to about close to about 16 hours or more, depends on your use. If you're a light user, then you definitely have more, but you do all have all those options also. If you go into the settings, the things that you still will find there, you do have the tap and send feature, which is NFC, to swap either photos or videos and things like that. We also have the kids corner, which you can turn on and off. And then you can back up your data to the cloud, which is pretty cool. And finally, you also have Backup Assistant Plus, which is actually Verizon's own backup program. So you can actually, which is pretty cool. So you can actually, if you have it on any other device, an Android or iOS, you can still back up data from there and to this device as long as you have it already pre-set up. Your Beats audio is also there, of course that applies when you actually use a headphones with your device. And you have the attentive phone, which you can actually set up different modes for, like picking up a phone when ringing to go quiet, pocket mode, and flip to ringer. So that kind of things, those are the kind of things you find out there. In terms of use, it still feels the same as the Windows Phone X on AT&T. I have that here, so this is it right here. You can see they look the same. Size-wise, they are the same. So this is the AT&T version. This is the Verizon. You can see in terms of size, they are roughly the same. Now, again, the Verizon web version feels a little heavier because of the wireless charging. This feels slightly lighter, but nothing, nothing incredibly high there. You've got the same awesome camera that takes some very good photos, and you can add lenses. So what we do is we attach some of those photos for you and videos so you guys can check out here. Now I know this is a very, very cool phone, but one of the things that makes this pretty cool is that Verizon actually sells this phone unlocked. So which means, when I mean unlocked, I mean I can use it with the Verizon micro SIM, I can use AT&T or T-Mobile. So here is our Verizon phone again, just to show you. Here's the T-Mobile SIM. I'm going to take my micro SIM thingy bob, slide that open. Of course, it's going to turn off. Put this aside. So what is pretty cool is that if you want to get the world unlocked version, you can just pick it up from Verizon, and you will get that device unlocked. So I'm going to pop that in there, turn it back on. Let's make sure I have that in. Come on, there we go. Alright, turn that back on. You can see a Verizon SIM is sitting on the side, and this is still launch up the same way. It might just take a little bit to start up. I know start up with Windows Phone on HTC is a little slower, but that doesn't matter. But what's pretty cool, as I said, is as a Verizon customer, or as a customer of any other carrier, if you want a Windows Phone X, you could say it's a world phone. This actually is a world phone. So basically, you can go from T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, or even if you travel internationally, you can actually just take this phone and use it unlocked, which is pretty cool. And it's nice to see that that's available, especially on the Verizon network version. So I actually would deem these the ultimate version of the Windows Phone X. So you can see it says your phone is now changed to GSM mode. Boom. It's changed. It tells you that off the bat because of course you threw in a different SIM, and if I tap in there, it says E first, and it will change to 4G. But we'll go to the settings and we'll show you what we mean here. So if we go into the cellular option here, I'm just going to zoom in a little closer. You can see it says active network T-Mobile on data roaming and 4G highest, and we can actually set the network, will just automatically pick it up, and there you have it. And you can see eventually it will pick up 4G on the device. It just takes a little bit of time, but you will get 4G speeds. You see it's 3G now, it's HSPA plus and 4G, so it will give you 4G. Only things to notice that things like VZ Navigator will not work because it's a Verizon, it is a Verizon SIM. The other thing also to note is that off the bat you will not be able to send picture messages. So MMS you cannot send, so you most likely have to call your carrier to actually set that up. But you do have data, you can browse the web, you can download apps and all that things, and you can also make phone calls. So that's pretty cool. So this is my full review and unboxing of the Verizon Windows Phone 8X, which is the ultimate version of the Windows Phone 8X, because as you can see, I have data and it works, and I have my Verizon SIM sitting there. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. It's all Booredatwork with 2 O's. So this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.